Welcome to my channel Daily Bulletin News. Doug makes his move after Julie and JJ unwittingly tip him off, and Sophia drops a bombshell on Tate. On today's Days of Our Lives, Holly and Tate get the news that they got an A on their project and promptly start making out. Holly suddenly realizes she has to run to finish her Christmas shopping before the stores close. They're excited to spend their first Christmas together, then she runs out to shop. Next up, Aaron pops by and Tate tells him they got an A on the group project Aaron didn't work on. After talking about it a bit more, Aaron fills Tate in on his mom and that he'll be leaving Salem for a little while to visit her in Vancouver. At least until after winter break. They tell each other they'll miss each other, and Aaron's glad Holly and Tate are back together. They hug and say goodbye. For now, out in the square, Leo runs into Holly and starts rambling as he explains that all his shopping has been for himself. He doesn't really have any friends. But at least he was good-ish this year. Holly's got a gift for Tate, which is when Leo learns that they aren't a secret couple anymore. But when Holly fills him in on the Sophia drama, Leo predicts the problems aren't over just yet. Most fairy tales don't last, just like his connection to Javi. He assures her that he's rooting for them, but now that she and Tate are back together, this is when the hard part hits. Still, he really hopes they make it. Merry Christmas. He runs off, leaving Holly to sigh alone. JJ gets home to the Horton house where Julie takes him to task, not for missing Doug's memorial, but for running off with that nightmare, Gabby Hernandez. He assures Julie that Gabby risked her life to help him and Chad. She tells him it's admirable that he sees the best in people like her Doug, but don't make her talk to him about the time Gabby tried to murder her. Okay, I won't. They start talking about Abigail, the time capsule and missing necklace. Just as Doug walks in the room, Julie happily introduces him to JJ, who offers to show Doug around. Before they can go, Julie fills JJ in more about the stolen necklace and they get to talking about the similarities to Leo stealing Abigail's jewelry and trying to sell it. Doug looks thoughtful after asking for more info on Leo. He says he's got to run and will have to take that tour with JJ tomorrow. Doug bolts and JJ asks Julie about the necklace. She hasn't called the police. It's just a piece of jewelry, and it's not worth turning Steven over to the police. Besides, he's entitled to the necklace as much as the rest of the Hortons. Javi's ecstatic to see Gabby's home and she wastes no time in telling him about her adventure in Canada. From the story, Javi latches on to how much JJ cares about Gabby, just like you do about him. Gabby insists there are no feelings and this whole thing was about Clyde, not JJ. But Javi keeps pushing until she admits she and JJ were once more than friends, but they broke up ages ago. But when he finds out they shared a room and a bed, he refuses to let it go. He demands to see JJ's pics so Gabby shows him on her phone, and a gobsmacked Javi tells her he's hot. What's the problem? Gabby admits that JJ mentioned getting together, so Javi pushes her to contact him and get things moving. Actually, he goes a step farther, swiping her phone and texting JJ for her. Kat shows up in the graveyard as Chad talks to Abigail's empty grave. Jack and Jen told her where to find him, but then she has second thoughts and tries running off, feeling she's intruding. Chad stops her to ask if she has news about her mom. Nothing, but at least she got to reunite with all her siblings, including Mark. Chad's a bit unnerved, but Kat assures him Mark won't come after him again. He'll be in prison for a little while, so she's taking the kids up to Vancouver to see their mom. She just wanted to say bye. In the show's final moments, JJ smiles as he gets Gabby's text saying she'd love to get a drink. He tells Julie it's just a work thing and puts the phone down with a smile. Back at her place, Gabby panics over what Javi did, but he tells her to be patient. A return text comes back. JJ suggests a drink tonight. Chad's happy for Kat. After all they've been through, they're mostly all okay. Kat's touched and thanks him, especially after how she and Mark have hurt him. She says how sorry she is, and Chad understands. It was Clyde's fault. She awkwardly says goodbye, not sure if they'll see each other again, and leaves Chad alone. He tells Abigail, wherever you are, I love you, and heads home. Kat sighs when she gets to the pub and flashes back to telling Chad she still cares about him. Aaron shows up and they head out to get Felicity and go to the airport. Back in his room, Leo gets a knock at the door. It's Doug, looking to sell the necklace. And finally, Tate gets off the phone with Holly, who's a bit shaken by Leo's warning. Tate hears a knock and answers. Sophia sweeps in saying she needs to talk. I'm pregnant. Stay tuned and subscribe the channel.